My name is Ebony Robinson, and I get a chance to lead an amazing organization called Construct Reach. And so today I have the awesome privilege through my relationship with Ms. Barnes is to be able to kind of share with you guys some amazing things about the industry of construction. So I'm going to share my screen here and we're going to get into this. I hope the goal and objective today is to really give you guys a high level overview to inspire you, hopefully encourage you, right? To really explore the opportunities that exist in this amazing industry that I get a chance to play in the sandbox of called construction, aka the built environment. All right, so I have a quick survey for you guys. I want to know, what do you know about construction? Okay, so do you think people just build things, they design things, they fix things? You have no clue at all. So please take this time. We'll have the survey pop up here shortly to engage with us. And I would love to understand, how much do you know about the industry, right? Okay, so drop in real quick to answer this question so we can be informed. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, so we know a little bit about construction. That is good. That's good. All right, we got a couple more people that may be answering. Okay, come on in the room. Okay, good, 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 good. I got to know who's in the room. I got to know who I'm talking to, right? We got some amazing middle schoolers, so you guys know some things. All right. Okay, good. Awesome. So yes, case in point, yes, in the industry of construction, people build things. Guess what? People design things, people maintain things. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And yes, they do some of all of it, right? It's definitely much the cool thing about construction. I don't know if you ever heard of this word, but it's called interdependent. So you may have heard maybe the opposite of that is independent. Maybe you're doing your own thing, right? But in construction, in order to get to the final product, right, the things that we can touch, feel, see, and experience, it takes a whole community of skilled individuals to bring it all to life, aka construction. So what are the mantras? I actually have my shirt on today. Yes, I am sparkly and shiny because I believe that you should just shine in the world, okay? There's a lot of crazy things going on, and I'm one of those people that like to razzle and dazzle, not to mention that my birthday was yesterday. So I hope you guys can enjoy the sequence. Hopefully it doesn't blind you on the screen. But one of the mantras that we have is building reachable opportunities through construction. And as I talked to before, construction is an environment where it's interdependent, right? Different skilled individuals are independently trying to figure out, how do we bring this vision, right, this design to life through construction? Well, in the work that I do, I get a chance to build opportunities, build connections, build partnerships while we are building. So that is the role that I play. So a little bit about me. Like I said, my name is Ebony Robinson. For those who did not hear my name, I lead a company called Construct Reach. Essentially, what we do is we work for the next generation while equipping the current workforce, right? Be
Mames,
intentional.
can you give me a pen?
So what I love to do, here's my beautiful family. I'm a mom of three boys, that is. I'm only the only queen in the kingdom. So I love to read the daily news brief. I love devotionals. I love to watch movies. I am the movie person. If you have not seen Captain America, there's a little short little plug right there. It was amazing. I love to travel around the world, stateside and abroad. This was actually the picture of my family. We're standing actually in front of the 12 Apostles mountain that is in Cape Town, South Africa. And this plane right here was our hyperjet, to take us from Johannesburg to an area called Mendikwe, which was our reserve for the safari. So last year we got a chance to experience our first safari. I got a chance to see Mufasa like up close and personal. For all my Lion Kings fans right there, I mean, Mufasa was like right there. I would never touch out my hand and try to touch him because it's like a no-no, but really got a chance to do that. And I love to cook. I love to work out. I think it's very important to be healthy and strong. So hopefully you guys create your own healthy lifestyles as you guys get older. And I love family. Most importantly, I love inspiring the next generation. So that's why we're here. So enough about me. Well, maybe a little bit more. My journey, right? So it's interesting. A lot of times people say, maybe they ask you when you were younger, what do you want to be? So I'll start there. When I was about 3 years old, I used to have this briefcase. It used to be a doctor's kit, right? And it had everything, the stethoscopes, the heart monitors, the blood pressure cuff, and all the things. I was like, I'm going to be a doctor. Well, then I said, well, let me explore the medical field. So that's how I ended up at Pfizer. So when I was in college, I got a chance to intern with Pfizer to let me see, well, what do I want to do in this medical field, right? So after I worked at the hospital in high school, I was like, okay, let me just see, you know? And then I was like, I don't know, you know? And then I was like, I love marketing though. I love kind of ideas and bringing them to life. How can I do that? So then I worked at City Mortgage while I was in college. And then we had like the great kind of crash. I don't know if you guys were probably too young. Maybe you were just born around 2008. And the mortgage industry wasn't really that great, right? So then I was like, well, how do I use my sales background, product knowledge, and development and marketing skills for something new? So when I graduated from University of Kansas, Rothschild Jayhawk, go KU. That's where I did my undergrad at. I landed at Cigna Group Insurance and I combined my healthcare, right, experience.
Ebony, I think your mic might be off.
Yeah,
Oh, can you hear me?
Ebony, we lost your audio.
Uh-oh.
Um,
Let me make sure my Bluetooth is off. Okay.
you are back. We have you back now. We just
Okay.
we just lost you a few moments ago when you were talking
Oh
about.
man, I think I saw someone's Bluetooth kind of in the house trying to jump on, so I turned that off just in case. So
Okay.
when I got a chance to, I wanted to do more leadership opportunities, right? So I left Wells Fargo, went to Target to do that, and then I moved back home. And so when I transitioned back home, I was like, well, what am I going to do now? Like, how do I put this all to work? And I was like, maybe I want to do something different, and go kind of back into the sales role. And Cintas was that opportunity. And after about 6 years at Cintas in the sales role, right, and creating relationships and developing things, I landed on this opportunity called Your Husband Asks You to Bring Your Skill Sets and Let's Start a Business. I'm like, what? So then we said, how do we, after going on a college tour, and speaking with, your, well, not really peers, but some of your older probably siblings and cousins who are in high school and college, and listening to them and understanding their journey and understanding what was needed to create more opportunities for the next generation to be exposed to construction career pathways, we said we got to do something about this, right? We want to be a solution to a growing wide problem of being a facilitator in this industry called construction. So then we came up with this amazing idea called Construct Reach, right? Here we are. We are 7 years in, right? Started as a startup firm, 7 years in and making a difference and working every day. So what do I do every day? So I'm glad you asked, Miss Ebony. Okay, so I heard you was in sales, you did marketing, you were like product design, account management, you were leading stores. Well, all of those things have various components, right? You got to deal with customers, you got to deal with partners, product design, marketing, right? Communication. So all these different things started to really kind of add up and really undergird my success, really help me understand, well, what did I really, really want to do? And it really was to have an impact. It really was to create something and a solution for a problem of we got to have more opportunities for students to learn more about construction. So birth, construct, reach, right? So what do we do every day? So in the community, right? We're partnering with education, partnering with programs like Tallo to say, hey, how do we continue to help to enrich and further exposure and enrich your experiences, right? To provide strategy and industry partnerships along the way. For you as my students, right? It's about how do we provide hands-on experience? Maybe again, speaking to a class, we get a chance to bring industry to you, whether in person or virtually. Thank God for technology, right? To allow us also to share our journeys, our stories, and hopefully also mentor you as well. And then lastly, for the industry at large, we get a chance to empower leaders, right, to be intentional with you. I'm sure if you ever went to a celebration and a party and they wasn't on time, right? You don't like that. When people running late, you're like, oh yeah, the party said it started at 10, or the event said it started at 5 and it's 6 o'clock, and it's not what you expected. Kind of the similar to maybe when you get on your first job and you feel like the people are not ready for you. So we're trying to make sure that the industry is indeed ready for you to help you, to pour into you, to enrich you in your experience. So enough of me. I want to hear more from you. Okay. So when you think about construction, when you think about technology, right? We just talked about that a little bit. How do you think technology is being integrated into construction today? Because I know everybody got an iPad. I know you do. I know everybody probably has a cell phone. At least you're waiting for that under the Christmas tree. Or maybe for your birthday coming up, you're waiting for that new iPhone 16. Or maybe you're an Android Samsung user, right? We want to give all love to all the different brands alike. But I know that you guys most likely have some type of familiarity with gaming, with drones, with various technological systems. So how do you guys think those particular things are playing a role in construction? So we'll have the survey pop up and you guys can engage. And if it doesn't pop up, that's okay. But if not, drop something in the chat. How do you guys think that construction and technology are working together. What do you think? Drop in the chat. Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about that. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got in the chat. Yes, thank you. It makes construction easier to do than come on. Yes, I love that. I love that. Okay, we got this. We got the poll up there. We got the wrong poll. Poll number 2. Oh, there we go. All right. Yes, and I just want to speak to Rayan, what you just shared about it makes it easier. So while everybody's coming in the room, so I want everybody to engage here with this. How do you think technology is used in construction? Drones, iPads. Is it something like Fortnite or Roblox? You have no clue, or it's all of those, right? So I want to talk about what we were just mentioned in the chat. Absolutely. How does technology make it more efficient? Let's talk about it right now. We have a big conversation about ChatGPT. We have a big conversation about AI, right? Okay, so how do we use technology to be more efficient? Now, I do want to put a plug here for all of you young people that's in the building. I do never want you to use technology to be a crutch or to supplement your own critical thinking, right? So please remember that between these two ears, your ears and mine too, we have enough right here to be able to critically think right through what is in front of us. The technology piece, right? It allows us, right, to be more efficient and more effective, right? So I wanted to just talk about that. I love that. Yes, and construction, yes. Okay, let's read that one. Yes, no, that's good. I love this. And then, like over the years, right? Construction technology work together, right? Provides tools. Oh, come on, great answer. Tools to systems to design, plan, manage, execute construction projects more efficiently, accurately, safely. 3D modeling. Come on, yes. I love this. Is it Miss Chill? Yes, you are hitting on. Thank you so much for that direct message. Yes. So you guys pretty much said it, right? It is all of those things is integrated in it to be more effective and efficient. There are now robotic dogs. There are drones to evaluate the safety placement of steel beams. There are iPads with plans. So no longer are you guys, I don't know if you guys ever seen construction plans, but they're like these wide, long scrolls. I mean, they are like huge, okay? Now it's in the palm of your hand on an iPad, right? So technology is definitely being integrated into doing and being more effective in this industry. So if you love technology, I just wanted to put a plug there. There is a place for you if you want to be a drone pilot, okay? If you want to be on the safety team, or if you want to be the designer that's utilizing technology to bring everything together, like we just mentioned, 3D rendering, that's a way to do that too. So today I want to kind of highlight and kind of elevate, if you will, 3 different spectrums of construction / pathways. So you have the builder, right? And everybody would ideally know what the builder is. I don't know if you guys remember Bob the Builder, but when my kids were little, I was excited about Bob the Builder because I was like, go Bob. Bob is showcasing all the great little things that are going on in the construction, from the tools and the trucks, right? And the task at hand. So the builder, right, is the person, the woman, the man that gets a chance to pretty much take the vision, bring it to life, right? And the functionality of it, and to ensure that it's working, right? So they're building, right? Hard hat and a hammer, okay? They're building, right? Then you have the designer. So I don't know how many creatives are on the call with me today. So maybe you're like, hey, Ebony, I love to just envision and imagine. I just have an eye for things. Maybe you love to, maybe how your style is, you like to put different colors and patterns together and make it work. You might be more in the designer bucket because you like to bring things to life through visual aids like 3D rendering or design or sketching, right? So that might be your path. Then you have the hard hat and the hammer. You have the person that's using the hands-on, they're using the equipment, they're managing their teams, they're getting it done. You have the designer giving the vision, creative ideas, planning, they're drawing it out, right? And then you have the engineer. That is the engineer is, quite frankly, by definition, how does it work? How does it function? You're probably right now on a screen, right, of some computer. That took a builder, a designer, and an engineer. You're probably most likely sitting in a chair, right? So I'm pretty sure you didn't question the chair before you sat in it like, is this a good chair? Like, no, based on yesterday's experience, you sat in the chair with no problem. Well, guess what? Somebody built that chair, somebody designed that chair, and somebody made sure that the weight distribution, the cloth, the color, maybe the chrome that may be on the legs of the chair, all of that was all engineered, designed, and built by somebody. So in this pathway, I want you to think about, man, is there anything that I have interest in? Do I like hands-on opportunities? Do I like to design and be creative in spaces? Do I like to know how things work? Well, maybe, just maybe, there's a path for you in this industry called construction. So there's a couple of roles that I didn't even mention on here, right? It's a lot of roles to mention, right? So you got the estimator. You're probably like, well, who is that? Well, by definition, you heard the word estimate, right? Come on, let's use that critical thinking and language skills. So estimator is the one that says, how much money and time and resources will it take for us to build something? Maybe you have the administrative assistant. That's the person who took the phone call of an opportunity to even build and create something. Maybe it's the superintendent that's on the job site. And that superintendent is bringing all of those electricians, plumbers, carpenters, builders all together, project managers all together and say, hey, we got to be on schedule to get this work done. But maybe you're in the design room. Maybe you're using your 3D renderings. Maybe you're using your engineer partners and you're figuring out what's the functionality of this? What problems do we need to solve? What have we thought about that could possibly become a challenge that we need to create an opportunity for? Those are all of those different skill sets and all those people that are in those rooms. That could be you one day. Or you may be the communicator. Maybe you're like, hey, Ebony, I love brand and marketing. Maybe you could be the brand and marketing team that is behind all of these different companies and career pathways to advocate and give voice to engineer fields, construction fields, designer fields. Okay. So when I think about career, right? Career and job are different. So when I think about job, I think about my first couple of jobs, right? The jobs that kind of like, okay, yep, I want to get a job. I want to get some experience. But then you get to career, and then you get to purpose. So I want to enlighten you today to be thinking about, how do I create a career aspiration or get to a place of aspiring to be something, someone, right? But with purpose. And why do you say that, Miss Ebony? Because purposeful work is work that makes a profound difference in life, a community, or even the world. So thank you to Dan Salva. He laid it out with this one. But I want to add something to that. When you live on purpose, your work is impactful beyond the moment, okay, to positively impact generations to come. I'm going to give you a fun fact, right? I'm going to ask, because I meant to look this up. When was the Eiffel Tower built? Okay, does anybody know Eiffel Tower? You familiar with that in Paris, right? So case in point, the Eiffel Tower, guys, was built in 1887. Okay. It is, let's do the math real quick. That's 1887. It's 2025, 138 years ago. Okay. And do you know there are still thousands of people that travel to France to take pictures and to tour the Eiffel Tower? And that's a structure. That's a structure that was built, designed, and engineered, and that is still living on today. And it's a signature for the city, right? So again, when you're thinking about construction, I love it. It's a super dope industry. Why, Miss Ebony? Because it's one of the only that you can say, I built that. You can literally drive around communities, different developments, neighborhoods, stateside and global, and say, I built that. So it allows you to leave your mark on the world. So whatever you're doing, whether it's healthcare, it is construction, I hope, right? Engineering, it's education, it's maybe athletics, whatever it looks like, right? I hope that you guys can find a path that is purposeful for you. And so you might be thinking, oh, Miss Ebony, I'm just 13. I get it. Listen, but you know what? You guys are our future. So I don't want to give you no excuse, okay? I believe in what you have. And I truly believe that everybody is designed innately with something to give back to the world, right? In some way, shape, or form, you have an opportunity to just, I don't know, be amazing, right? To be a rock star. And you might be thinking about, oh, well, how can I do that now? I love it. Let's prepare for your future career. Those of you guys who love to be problem solvers, you're the ones that do not wait to create a solution. We need you. Guess what? Guess what those kind of people are? Those are project managers. And project managers can really be in like any industry. So we don't want to limit it to construction. I mean, I'm here to represent, but I'm here also to tell you that you could be a project manager in almost anything. Because project managing is managing the holisticness of the project to make sure that everything is done and it's a success, right? Maybe you're like, oh man, I love to I'm a communicator. That's me, right? That might be you too. So how do you use different mediums? Listen, I get it. Y'all big texters, right? Y'all on Instagram, Snapchat, you name it, TikTok, all the things. But it's very important, as you guys have seen the trends, even on YouTube, right? And maybe you're like, hey, Ebony, I just want to be a millionaire and I want to be an influencer. But let me tell you something. The reason why they have influence is because they can communicate clearly an idea, a brand, a thought, a joke, right? They have created something through those different mediums. So really get confident and really start to leverage how you are writing, how you're speaking, capture things on video and email, not just text message. Okay, you promise? All right. Maybe you're leading projects. I want you to rise up and become a leader. You don't have to be the loud leader. Okay, you can. There is something called quiet leadership, right? And sometimes it is partnering with your classmates. Sometimes it's partnering with your teacher and saying, "Hey, how can I help my team?" Whatever it is, you can be a leader at any level. Okay, so why don't you find opportunities to be a leader amongst your peers? Maybe there's opportunities for you guys to continue to have hands-on opportunities, right? So that you can see what you want to do. So maybe that's job shadowing. Maybe your aunt, maybe your uncle are in the industry that you're curious about, or maybe you want to have more information of. I want you guys to reach out to them, okay? And maybe see how you can do. Okay, I'm gonna be okay. 16. I'm sorry. Excuse me. We got middle school and high school. I'm sorry. Yes. Okay, cool. Yes, and then yes, yeah, and then yeah, so those of you guys are junior high, high school, and you guys are really pursuing some amazing things. Listen, maybe there's some hands-on experience that you guys can do, but I also want you to find a path where you can always be creative. And I'm not saying, oh, I mean, I don't really draw, I don't sketch. That's not what I'm talking about. When I say creative, I mean giving you an opportunity to really think. Remember, I talked about those 2 years in critical thinking, right? To be able to really kind of get your full thought out and understand, man, what do I need to really do this well? What do I need to do to bring this to life? Who do I need to partner with, right? What tools, resources would I need? And hopefully the job shadow and find a mentor. So, Amy, yes, question. Does anybody have any questions for me? So, any other notes? I was trying to find my chat, but I'm losing it. There it is. Anybody else? Let's see. How can you contact me? I'm gonna send it to everyone in the meeting. If you guys ever want to reach out to me, I'm gonna send you my email. Okay. All right. You want to get connected. All right. You can follow us at Construct Reach on Instagram. All right. All right. Look me up. Okay. That's the way.
Tallo will provide a handout after this meeting with links to different careers that you can explore inside the platform.
Yes.
And a bit of a summary of today's presentation as well.
Oh yeah. Okay. And then I wanted to say this quick survey. We can kind of just talk about it. And then after this, we can bring that survey up. So we have one last survey. Was how can we help you continue to discover interest and your passion, right? So take some time and answer these questions, because the cool thing is about what Ms. Barnes is doing, we are creating spaces here at Tallo to partner with industry to bring industry to you. So we don't want to get you guys to get hung up and confused, like, oh my God, how many websites, but the website didn't work. And what'd you tell me to go again? We don't want you to forget. We want to be able to resource you. And so that's what the whole mission and vision about this is, really to allow you to discover freely. No investment up front, right? So this is the free stuff for all my people, my high schoolers and my junior high schoolers. It's like, listen, guys, this is the free stuff. When you get 18, then it starts to cost you. So please make sure you're maximizing on the free things where people are continuously investing in you. So we want to know again, is it an overview of career paths? Are you interested in taking any kind of career assessments or quizzes? Or are you looking for mentorship? Continue to let us know what you're thinking about that. Additional resource that I'm sure that Ms. Barnes is going to share with you is Build Your Futures. So if you're thinking, any inkling of you was like, you know what, Miss Ebony, okay, let me see what this is really about, right? Build Your Futures is a great website to at least give you, again, high level, I call it the 10,000-foot view of the industry at large, the various pathways that you can pursue and what it will take and how you can pursue it. So I encourage you guys, no matter what you're looking to do, right? Whatever career path, and maybe this is not your path, but I do want you to use those things that I asked you before, right? Find the way to be creative, start rising and lead your life